نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Number 1. Islamic history. Hazrat Ali bin Hussein Rahmatullah. Hazrat Ali bin Hussein Rahmatullah was the youngest son of Hazrat Hussein Raziallahu Anhu. He was also known as Abul Hasan and was famously called Zainul Abidin. Together with being from amongst the Tabi'een, Hazrat Zainul Abidin Rahmatullah also belonged to the family of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He was the only male from the family of Hazrat Hussein Raziallahu Anhu who survived the massacre at Karbala, and it is therefore from him that the progeny of Hazrat Hussein Raziallahu Anhu continued. Although he had been with his father as they proceeded to Karbala, he was forced to miss the battle on account of illness. He was renowned for his generosity, and approximately 100 families in Medina survived only because of his sadaqah. Although he personally delivered the sadaqah to them at night, none knew that it was from him until after he had passed away. He passed away in Medina in the year 94 AH and is buried in Jannatul Baqi beside his uncle Hazrat Hassan Raziallahu Anhu. Number 2. Allah's Pa, the color, taste and fragrance of fruit. There are so many different types of fruit, each with its individual color, taste and fragrance. Where do these colors, tastes and fragrances come from? If you cut the trees at their roots, you will find only sand and no color, taste or fragrance. Where do the colors of the apples, the redness of the watermelon, and the sweetness of the mango come from? These are only from the treasures of Allah, about which the Quran states, "To Allah belongs the treasures of the heavens and the earth, but the hypocrites do not understand this." Surah Munafiqun, verse 7. Number 3. Afarad, entering into the state of Ihram during the months of Hajj. Hazrat Abdullah bin Abbas Raziallahu Anhu stated that Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam entered the state of Ihram during the months of Hajj. Bukhari. The months of Hajj are Shawwal, Dhul Qa'adah and the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. It is necessary for a person intending to perform Hajj to enter the state of Ihram during these months. Number 4. As-Sunnah, standing while drinking Zamzam water. Hazrat Abdullah bin Abbas Raziallahu Anhu reports that Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam drank Zamzam water while standing. Bukhari 5617. Number 5. An important act and its virtue, donating a conveyance in the path of Allah. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, "When a person donates a conveyance in the path of Allah with conviction in Allah's promise, even the food, drink, dung and urine of the animal will be added to the weight of his good deeds on the day of Qiyamah." Mustadrak of Hakim 2456 from Hazrat Abu Huraira Raziallahu Anhu. All forms of modern day vehicles will also fall within the ambit of this hadith. Number 6. A sin, bribery. Hazrat Abdullah bin Amr Raziallahu Anhu reports that Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam cursed those who give bribes as well as those who receive bribes. Tirmizi 1337. Number 7. This world. This world is a prison for the mu'min. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, This world is a prison for the mu'min and a paradise for the kafir. Muslim 7417 from Hazrat Abu Huraira radiallahu anhu. Practicing upon the injunctions of the Sharia, forsaking carnal pleasures, and treating the path of Allah's Anbiya alayhimus salam are all demanding upon the soul and restrict one's freedom. On the contrary, when the soul is left to do as it pleases without any restrictions, this world becomes like a paradise. Number 8. The Akhirah. Jahannam for the sinners. Allah says in the Quran, "It will be the day when the sky shall tremble uncontrollably, and the mountains will fly through the air as dust particles after being reduced to dust. Destruction be to the rejectors, those who reject the coming of Qiyamah on that day. The day of Qiyamah, the rejectors are those who are frolicking in their vanities, who enjoy themselves doing as they please without caring for the day when they will have to account for everything they do. Do not forget the day of Qiyamah, when they will be forcibly shoved into the fire of Jahannam. It will then be said to them, 'This is the fire that you used to deny.'" Surah Tur, verses 9 to 14. Number 9. Cures from the Quran and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Hazrat Anas radiallahu anhu reports that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam permitted Hazrat Abdul Rahman bin Auf radiallahu anhu and Hazrat Zubair bin Awwam radiallahu anhu to wear silk clothing because they were suffering from a rash. Bukhari 5839. Although it is usually not permissible for men to wear clothing of pure silk, it will be permissible when advised by an expert doctor in the case of necessity. Number 10. Quranic advice. Allah says in the Quran, "And do not walk haughtily on earth, strutting with your heads in the air." You can certainly not tear the earth open with your strutting, nor can you reach the height of the mountains by lifting your heads in the air. This proud manner of walking is therefore futile, because you cannot achieve anything by it. Surah Bani Israel, verse 37. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.